Yellow dudes and dudettes, what's going on? Lemons here. Today I want to teach you guys how to efficiently farm nitro for FLUX in Trove. This method is used every day by hundreds of players, and if you grind it out properly, you can make well over 1 million FLUX in just one day. Also, I do want to mention that the effectiveness of this method could change over time due to market prices and player count. Make sure you watch the entire video through, as I will be giving you extremely important information to make your farming time efficient and well worth the effort. Now I will show an overview of what we will discuss in this tutorial. We will start with the requirements for farming nitro, then we will move on to how to carry out the task correctly. After that, we will talk about Ghana trains, and lastly, we will take a look at how much FLUX you will be earning. Starting off, there are a few requirements to carry out this task correctly. I will list and describe them in the order of most important to least important. Starting with number 1, you're going to have at least 5,000 power rank. This is required because you cannot enter any Geo topside world without 5k PR. This isn't that hard and can be achieved literally in your first day of playing the game if you know what you're doing. If you are not 5k power rank, I suggest farming gems in the highest Uber world you can go to and buying stellar gear in the trade chat. The next requirement is transportation and bombs. These two things are essential to actually gathering nitro in a timely manner. For starting to mid-tier players, I suggest building the Neon Ninja for movement speed. Ideally, you want to have at least stellar rarity gear with movement speed and jump stats fully pearled. If you don't have those stats on your gear, just rebuild them at the Chaos Forge. It is also a good idea to run the Bandolier flask with the Trailblazing and Zealous emblems if you have them. For high tier to end game players, you're going to want to run a mount with the Knight subclass equipped. Depending on your Knight's level and power rank, you'll be gaining a max constant movement speed of 125 while on your mount. Also, if you have it, use Gonda, as this will allow you to have a better line of sight for upcoming ore, as well as eliminate the need for jumps. I want to end off this transportation section by stating that the Neon Ninja build is guaranteed the fastest way to farm nitro solo. The reason I also showed the Knight subclass method is because it is a good option for players who will be farming for longer periods of time, as it doesn't require much focus and effort to use compared to the Neon Ninja build. I personally always use the Neon Ninja method because I like to maximize my earnings, but you can use whatever style suits you best. Lastly, you should also have a way to bomb the nitro ore to maximize time efficiency, because using your laser mancy just isn't gonna cut it. The two main ways to do this are to just use normal bombs or to use the turtle tank mount. Using bombs will cost a little bit of material, but they will have a bigger and stronger explosion, while using the turtle tank mount will cost no materials, but its explosion will be small and weak. I personally use bombs all the time, but again, you do what fits you best. The third requirement is Gathering Day and Patron bonuses. The Gathering Day bonus gives you a 50% bonus ore chance, and this is extremely important when farming nitro. Theoretically, you'll be getting 50% more nitro, which in turn means 50% more FLUX. On top of this, the Patron bonus will double your Gathering Day bonus to 100%, basically doubling your FLUX earned while farming. There are also other small benefits to Patron, such as 4 more jumps and 2 more flasks, that do help out a little when gathering nitro. The fourth requirement is the effigy of flowing elixirs or origin portals. You can choose either one of these, but it is safe to say that you should have at least one active if you are running the Neon Ninja build. The effigy of flowing elixirs is going to grant you a small chance to refill all of your flasks instantly after you use one. This means you can continue to use your Trailblazing and Zealous emblems without having to visit a rejuvenation station, which saves you time in the long run. To obtain this bonus, join a club that has the effigy, preferably a max level club, as they usually have the max level fixture as well, and then set that club as your primary. The alternative to this requirement is origin portals, which can be crafted at the Adventurer's crafting bench. Upon use, these open up a portal that takes you back to the spawn point in the world, allowing you to easily refill your flasks. After that, you can go through the same portal to return to where you previously were at. Now again, both of these options are viable, but the effigy of flowing elixirs bonus is more helpful by far. The fifth and final requirement I have for you guys is the item per hour tracker mod. This is not a definitive requirement, but it is nice to have the ability to monitor your farming rate. This mod will show you how much of a material you have gathered in the world so far, as well as how much you'd be obtaining in an hour at the current rate. This is only available to PC players, and I will have a link to the Steam Workshop page in the description if you would like to download it. Now that you have all, or at least most, of the requirements listed, let's talk about how to actually farm nitro. First off, head into a Geo topside world and search for a Hollow Dunes biome. These biomes contain underground caves that have tons of nitro for you to farm. Once inside the cave, just start throwing bombs at the nitro like normal, and take advantage of your transportation method to get from node to node quickly. On top of this, it is important to hug the cave walls and then move towards the center, as this will give you more direction as to where you have been and where you haven't. Now let's talk about Gonda trains. So what are Gonda trains? Simply put, these are nitro farming groups. A person with Gonda will host the farm, and others will follow, bombing nitro ore along along the way. To find a group, just join the Nitro chat by typing /join_nitro in your chat field and asking that channel. This channel is mainly active on gathering day, so it is usually only useful on that day. Once you find a group, all you have to do is follow the Gonda trail and bomb Nitro. I suggest using Turtle Tank or a Dragon for this instead of bombs, because bombs are not necessary whenever you have multiple players shooting at the same node. Now on to the specifics about Gonda trains. The host should obviously already have Gonda equipped, but they should have the Knight subclass equipped as well. This allows for maximum efficiency when running a Gonda train. There are some people who disagree, claiming that other players won't be able to keep up, but this is false. Unless if they are a noob who just started a few days ago, the players can run a mount with Knight subclass and dodge forward when needed to easily keep up with the group. Let me say this again just so we're clear. Everyone should be able to keep up if the host is running the Knight subclass. Also, the host should be running alongside the cave walls to again maximize efficiency. Leaving the walls usually leads to a loss in direction and time wasted, which is not good. The only time they should leave walls is if they absolutely have to in order to reach a new cave. If you have the item per hour tracker mod, you can compare your rates for solo farming and Gonda train farming and find out if your host is good or not. If they are giving you a lower rate than if you were to farm solo, just save yourself some time and either farm solo or join another train. For the last part of today's video, let's discuss your FLUX earnings. Using my average rate of 3k Nitro per hour, you'll be earning somewhere around 250 to 300,000 FLUX per hour. This means that in just 4 hours, with all bonuses active, you'll be receiving 1 million FLUX. I will say though that I have achieved rates beyond this, my highest one being 3,471 Nitro per hour. If you achieve a higher solo farming rate than mine, verifying it with the item per hour tracker mod, then please let us know in the comment section below. This will allow us all to benefit from your previous experience and methods. Now, it's going to take some grinding and effort, but this is by far one of the fastest, legitimate ways to earn FLUX. In order to negate the boredom and monotony of farming Nitro, I personally suggest having some music or YouTube videos playing in the background, maybe some of mine for instance. But anyways guys, that concludes today's video. If you didn't understand a certain process, I would highly encourage you to go back and rewatch the parts where I explain it. Nonetheless, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and as always, stay sour.